Hello everyone, myself Sonmi Yadav. I've secured a rank of 293 in my NEET PG examination with internship. I'm here to share about my resources and the timelines for the preparation of the NEET PG examination along with internship. It was the next most requested video, so we are back here. Also, thank you for the love and support. We are now a strong family of 200 plus. Let's discuss subject by subject. First of all, most dreaded anatomy. See, for anatomy, my strategy was very simple. I wanted कि सबसे minimum content start करते हैं like from PYQs and then we'll keep on adding. सबसे पहले I did main notes in the beginning of internship around April. I added सारा वन शॉट का कंटेंट, मैरो की आरआर का कंटेंट, ई गुरुकुल की आरआर का कंटेंट, एवरीथिंग इनटू वन प्लेस दैट वाज BTR. So for anatomy I mixed match a lot of things because I wanted to prepare the main content really well because we are not very confident about the subject, everybody knows. And then I revised those 50 pages again and again. For physiology, my physio was weak. So for that, I read my main notes twice in the beginning of internship, and then I chose my marrow ka RR and I kept on adding stuff there. And then I finalized I'm having my physio ka RR content. So like this way, I kept on annotating, and then this was my final after this July August only marrow RR was there. Then for BChem, again I start off with main notes around March 2024 in the beginning of internship क्योंकि मैंने पहले कभी main notes नहीं पढ़े थे BChem के, so for that I chose that, and then I switched to RR, and then I kept annotating again. This is my BChem का RR content. I kept annotating like this one. See the important content I kept on annotating, बहुत अच्छे से मैंने सब कुछ इसमें लिख दिया है, and then I kept on revising this only. So for BChem marrow की RR, I did watch BTR of all these subjects once the video I did, and then अगर कुछ थोड़ा बहुत extra I found तो मैंने RR में ही add कर लिया, so that I have one thing to revise again and again. Then second year subjects for patho, everybody knows Preeti ma'am is the best, but I chose अपना marrow का RR because I have been using this marrow के main notes from the second year onwards. So मैंने सारे main notes अपने MBBS years में कर रखे थे already. So I chose marrow की RR because I was very familiar with marrow content, and then I added Preeti ma'am की RR prep का RR का content in my marrow की RR, and I kept on revising that. Then for micro, of course only one thing, Preeti ma'am's RR, and then for pharma, see main notes everybody says for Gerg sir. I personally have not used them because I did my main notes in my second year, so I thought that it'll be easier for me to revise those things again. So for once I did my main notes, and then I chose my marrow की RR only. And pharma के लिए सबसे ज़्यादा मेहनत I have done because I have added content from QBank also because pharma is very vast, and because I was doing it from RR I was little underconfident, so I annotated a lot of things. Suppose this is my recipe ka page, and I have annotated very nicely all the PYQs and everything here itself. So this is the way I annotated my RR. Then FMT, marrow RR, more than enough. You can add the PYQs and stuff. Then for optha, again optha, ENT, marrow ki RR. But I was very thorough with the main notes because I did them in my third year ka prof. So I was very confident with these subjects. If you want not confident, I'll say एक बार go through the main notes and then annotate. October you can switch to RR, and then your PSM I'll suggest go for main notes at least once very nicely, and then on you start annotating your RR because for PSM you need to work a little more. Then for your main subject, medicine, surgery, and also for pedia, because I thought that pedia ka RR content for 6.5 because I chose addition 6.5, it was little less. So all these three you can use your main notes, but I can assure you very nicely because what I did was when I was doing the main notes in the around July August last year, I kept my surgery main notes on one side and then my RR on the other side, and I was trying to compare ki kya bach raha hai so that I can add. Majority the content was there in a condensed manner, so you don't have to work a lot. For OBG also, for surgery also, almost all major content is there. Some hepat में कुछ चीज़ें were missing that I added. So in the end, because surgery already is 200 to 250 pages, so I added like cholangiocarcinoma content was not there. PYQ से I annotated them nicely. For short subjects, RR is more than enough. RR/BTR, either of them will do. For psyche, I did BTR and I added the content from PYQs and everything. Then medicine. So for medicine, see, medicine ki 6.5 ki RR is really nice, so you can use that. But at the same time, BTR ka integrated is also good, very good, I would say. So I personally did both, and then I thought ki either of them will do. So subject customize करने के लिए you can go with the integrated PDF and annotate the PYQs and the content whatever you find extra in your marrow की RR in the BTR. So you can choose one thing for yourself. You can choose either BTR or marrow की RR, want any platforms RR you want to do. But you make sure that, like I was telling na कि like this is like recipe. Similarly, if I were to show like any other place, like I have added content थोड़ा बहुत. Also I was like annotating in by different pens. Like first read I was making like neon highlighter, and then the second read I chose for PYQs green highlighter or orange highlighter, and then in the end when I was revising I was taking with the sketch mark कि क्या याद हो गया क्या नहीं याद हो गया. So that way. So for resources, like around in March end, when my internship was about to start, I started with BChem before my internship began. Then for the first 6 months, like March, April, May, June, July, August, okay, I was doing my main notes. I was just revising them once along with the hectic internship of medicine and surgery. But I was not doing it very thoroughly. I was just passively trying to adjust myself with the internship and adding, just revising my content. Once 6 months when you have read the content once, you can start off with RR also, no problem. And then from July September onwards, I started doing my RR, and after September till the August 3 when my exam happened, I was doing my RR only, solely adding the content which was weak, my subjects which were weak, my topics which are like for baroreceptor. I would like to show, like, because it was personally very weak for me. Like also, like in RR, the first page which is empty, I have annotated, like I have added pages, I have annotated the PYQs here, like this way. See, I have added, if it's visible, I have added everything at one place. So now let's discuss the timelines. See, you should divide your read in like 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, plus adding कितने postponements होते हैं. So पहले 6 months you have to make sure that you revise the content very nicely. You can choose main notes for your weak subjects, like I did for BChem, I did for physio, and then in the end I switched to RR. That was another thing, but I began with main notes for the subjects I was very underconfident. I did not do them well in my MBBS years. I started off with main notes. So now we are in September. So by the end of October, November, you should be done with your first read if you are targeting 2026 ka exam. Okay, and then after that 2-3 months you can do the revision. For first 6 months you have to make sure that your read is consolidated once. You don't need to stress out much on mugging up. Second read में you need to identify कि क्या चीज़ missing है, क्या चीज़ याद नहीं है. Start marking it with different pens. Start highlighting with different pens, and then keep on adding the stuff. Now in the RR, in the first read, whatever you have done, just revise it nicely, identify what are your weak areas, and second read may start annotating nicely more of the content which you are not very confident about. Okay, along with it you will start with subject wise test, and this is the time in the second read when you start preparing a choti copy of this content, which of the topics which you are frequently getting wrong in GTs. Okay, along with it you have to give, like in the first 6 months, 1 GT per month is like very important. Then you can go on to 2 GTs per month, and then weekly also in the third read around time. And then after that, when your exam is getting postponed, so you can add like 20 days reads, because now we are thorough with the content. You just need to identify what are your weak areas and work on them. So this is all from my side for this video. All the very best.